How you guys and girls doing today? Blackboy Game here. In this video, I'm bringing y'all the Orochi versus LawBringer matchup. Let's do it.
Young Savage, why you trapping so hard? Why these niggas capping so hard? Why you got a 12-car garage? Why you pulling out?
How y'all doing? Like I always say, I appreciate every single one of y'all that's stopping my videos. Y'all just trying to subscribe as a viewer, y'all family, and I really mean it. And if you're new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe and like. It really helps out. With that being said, let's get straight into this video. So y'all wanted to bring you these tips. As y'all know, of course, I'm going to be finishing this series and going through the list of all the heroes. This is the last of the knights, and this is the LawBringer. And the very first tip that I want to give y'all is he is all push but no damage. And let me explain what I mean by that. When the LawBringer initiates most of his attacks are going to be pushes, and this works as a kind of a mind game, to be quite honest with you, because most of his pushes do wear down your stamina, but they don't do anything. There's no damage, but what you want to do is you want to get out of it. You start freaking out, you try to dash to the left or dash to the right or try to back up. Don't do that, because once you do that, you can't counter guard break. You got to remember, all his attacks go from a push to a grab, or some of his unblockables are knockdowns. Some of his unblockables are actually grabs that, you know, he'll throw you over his shoulder. So don't be intimidated by that. Don't dash to the left or to the right or try to back up or anything like that, because that is what he's all about. Like, he's big, he's intimidating, and only thing he's trying to do is try to get you off guard and try to make you hit guard break faster than you should, so that way he can go in for the damage. The real damage comes in when he is able to actually get that off, when he's able to get that throw off, and then it leads into a multi unblockable combo. So look out for that, y'all. Just don't try to dash left or right or try to block that. Just whenever you see him grab, let him try to go for the grab. And this sounds crazy, let him go for the grab, and then what's going to happen is he's going to go for a grab, he's going to throw you, and then he's going to try to grab you again. Easy counter guard break, you're able to reset. Second tip I have for y'all, and this kind of goes hand in hand with the very first tip, and that's when you are out of stamina, get away from the LawBringer. Now, what do I mean by that? And like I said, this goes hand in hand with number one. Of course, even though his pushes and all his intimidation tactics and his guard breaks and grabs and stuff like that, and his unblockables don't do that much damage, or don't do any damage at all, his grabs anyway, you got to remember that they do take out your stamina like crazy. And you got to remember, when your stamina is out, you can't do anything. And since he specializes in pushes and grabs and knockdowns, one single push or grab, which barely takes any stamina for him, when you're out of stamina, you're going to instantly fall down like any other hero. And when he sees you that you're out of stamina, that's when LawBringers like to go in, because you're confused, you're dazed. He could daze you with his his overhead heavy attack. Y'all be careful. Just like, you know, a warlord or any character that can do a push, once you're out of stamina, y'all, he's gonna see that as an advantage. You're gonna probably try to panic or freak out and try to hit him. He can easily parry that. You're gonna fall down. If you try to back up or anything like that, you're just gonna fall down. If he pushes you, you're gonna fall down. So when you're out of stamina, y'all, do a couple of dashes back, or actually not even a couple of dashes. What I normally do when I'm out of stamina and I just can't get away from him, or he's like real close to me, I'll just let go of left trigger, just let go out of guard mode, just, you know, run away until I get my stamina back, just like you would do with any other hero you're fighting. Knows nothing different. So y'all, just let that stamina come back and don't allow him to attack you when you're out of stamina, because he will keep on pushing you down. He's gonna get heavy attacks off and he'll kill you within a couple of seconds. Y'all, and the third and final tip I have for y'all, I probably say this is the most important tip out of all of them, is feints are life. Now, what do I mean by that? I mean that most of his attacks, like I said, don't do that much damage, because they're mostly throws, grabs, pushes, shoves, and unblockables that you can easily parry. But of course, he has grabs for a reason. They take you out of stamina, and they're an intimidation tactic, and you'll get knocked down, and that's when he gets his damage. What I recommend you doing is, if you have to go on the offense and you're a little bit on the defense way too much and you're starting to get dominated because of it or run out of stamina, and start using those feints, because if you use those feints 9 times out of 10, well, not even 9 times out of 10, 10 times out of 10, whenever you use a feint, if he does go for a light or a heavy attack, you're going to beat him due to your frame rate. You're going to beat him due to your frames, period, no matter what. So anytime you see him trying to come in for an attack or an unblockable, he tries to go for an unblockable or grab, that's an easy counter guard breaker. That's an easy parry or deflect, anything like that. Wind gust, hurricane blast. And if you see him trying to come in for a heavy attack or a light attack, and you know you don't know what to do, just try to do a feint real quick. You'll bait him out within like a couple of seconds, and that's an easy damage for you. All right, y'all, so let me know what y'all thought of this guide. I mean, I honestly think that I really wanted to bring out this one because I thought it was really important. And I think that out of all the knights, I think that Peacekeeper and LawBringer can be the most difficult to handle. Mostly, and I'd probably say Peacekeeper is a little bit tougher, but I said LawBringer because, of course, he has his push and his intimidation tactics to throw people off guard. And, you know, he can kill you in 2 to 3 hits if they do indeed land. So I wanted to make sure to bring y'all this last one. And the next one, y'all, I'm going to be going against the Vikings. So let's see how those matchups go. All right, y'all. Hope y'all did enjoy this. BBG out.
Let's get Wiz Khalifa high, yeah. Get meditated over medicated, get Wiz Khalifa high, yeah. Throw your caps in the air like you when you wake up in the morning. Ay, my